do Asian women find Asian men attractive? Well, this Asian girl is gonna tell us exactly why she doesn't date Asian guys.
Do you go out with Asian guys at all?
I have. Do you want me to tell the story? Because it's not a good one and I don't want people to like not date Asian guys.
Oh, she's putting us on blast, guys. It's not a good start to the video.
He was Japanese, so we went to a sushi restaurant. He kind of like criticized how I was going about my life. And then we went to a sushi restaurant and I dipped my sushi in the soy sauce. And you're not really supposed to do that in Japan. Like I think there's like a proper way to eat sushi. And he like criticized me on doing that. I was just like, I don't want to be with a guy that's constantly telling me how to live my life. But that didn't work out. And then the second guy, he was Korean. We went to a Korean place. He ordered for me. He didn't ask me what I wanted. Food was good, whatever. I always offer to pay on the first date, and he let me pay. It was such a cheap dinner, but he just talked about himself the whole time. I don't think he asked me a single question about myself, and he was a great date. And I was like, yeah, because he talked about you the whole time. And
So most Asian men just don't know how to read social skills. We're so oblivious to things. We want to do it the right way. We want to do it properly. This is what we were taught. And unfortunately, she just had the wrong guy. If she had the right Asian guy on the date, he would have just playfully said something nice about the soy sauce, right? In Japan, and been super nice about it. It's like, you know, in Japan, what we don't do here that we do in America that I just learned, right? Put yourself under the bus, and because you made this mistake before, and you just inform her what to do so you don't disrespect the culture, right? That's what a guy with social cues would do. But an Asian guy has no social cues, no self-awareness, no idea how to communicate and how to have a playful conversation. He'll probably F it up. And for the guy who just ordered her food, I don't know what kind of guy she's dating, but I've never in my life have heard any other Asian guy ordering food for their significant other or their date, unless they know exactly what they want, right? Like a surprise. But overall, this is not a generalization of what Asian men do on dates.
he's like, I'd love to see you again. And I was like, why? You don't know anything about me.
And the problem with this is we just like to talk about ourselves. You know, we never share what we're going through. And probably all these other guys have never gone on dates before, and they just don't know how social skills. They've probably been on so many dates. And the reason why they're on so many dates is because they haven't been able to land like a second date or a third date and been consistent with just one person. So it's just funny how this guy is still insisting on going on another date with her because he himself had fun.
I sometimes think I'm just like a little too outspoken or not tamed enough for an Asian guy. Maybe it's just like my daddy issues coming out. My dad sometimes like, shouldn't be sitting like that. Girls shouldn't be that loud.
Hey, she has daddy issues. That's some trauma that we shouldn't deal with, right? And here's the thing about why Asian women don't date Asian men is because they resemble their dads, their cousin, their brothers. For us Asian guys, we just gotta be different, right? How can we be different? We can be respectful, we can have social skills, and I can attest to this because my parents are very different from any other traditional Vietnamese family. I was raised by my mother. My parents are still together. I was raised in a two-parent household. You know, my dad is very docile, very outspoken, but he grinds for the family, right? He makes the money, he gets the bread. My mom raised us. And my background is a little bit different from most Asian men, is that my dad never once really beat us, me and my brother. My dad never once raised his voice at me, and he never gave me issues where I resented him. I actually really love my parent. We have a really good relationship. But most Asian men don't have a good relationship with their parents. And so I feel like most Asian girls are gonna look at a guy and it's gonna remind them of their dad. For me, being able to go on dates with women, a lot of them are attracted to me because I'm different, I'm respectful, I have my own values. I'm not gonna bash you for doing something wrong. I'm gonna give you my opinions and make it playful, but I'm not gonna diminish you. I'm not gonna tell you what you should do as a woman because one, I don't have a ring on your finger, so I have no right to tell you what to do, but I can have some boundaries and let you know what makes me comfortable, what makes it uncomfortable. For her, she probably just hasn't gone on great dates with any great Asian men that have a good background, that have a good foundation emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Most of the time, these men probably have a lot of baggage. And here's the thing, she can probably relate to them. It's like, oh my God, you sound like my dad or whatever. But for us Asian men, we had to address the trauma, we had to address the issues that we have within us so that women like her and other women don't see us as a dad figure or a brother figure or cousin figure, right? We're our own person. We may be similar in some ways, but we can still work on being kind, being respectful, setting boundaries, and being direct and building those skills up so that this doesn't happen for us, right? Now, thousands of people are gonna watch this video and say, all Asian men are just like this. Yes, there's a lot of Asian guys that are like this, but there are also really great Asian men that are just outspoken, that aren't out there, right? She's probably dating one of those guys that are good looking, that is out there, that is confident, but has no good social skills. The guys that are outspoken, that are docile, are probably good guys. They're probably very kind, but just because of social media, just because of content like this, it's very hard for them to go out there and not feel afraid. So if you want to know how to be the most confident Asian man that you can be and overcome your approach anxiety, talk to beautiful girls, and go on dates and find your ideal woman, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, press that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Asian Boss Boy